Well, good evening. You know who this is. This is Javi the comedian. Hopefully, everybody's doing great. I'm doing amazing. It's Friday here in Miami. It's probably 78 degrees outside. Gonna get really sun. It's gonna get really nice. So, anyways, the reason why I'm doing this video is that I think the state of comedy. By the way, this is going on my channel, my YouTube channel. The comedy state right now is, I would say, it's in chaos right now. I went to see four different shows this week, tried to do some open mics. I didn't do the open mics. I was just wanted to see what's out there. And wow, dude, it's just this crowd work thing, dude. It's just getting out of hand. Listen, when I was coming up, this is back in the 90s. Okay, when I was coming up, you did an open mic and you were doing crowd work, everybody knew this guy doesn't have any material. He doesn't write nothing. That's what crowd work was before. It was something that 90% of the comedians were staying away from it because they knew that if they would do it, the other comedians knew like, oh, this guy doesn't have any material. He doesn't write anything. He just stands on crowd work. I think crowd work is the most easiest thing there is. It is. As a comedian, it is the most easiest thing. I went to this show and I felt like I was in integration, like I was in an interview. I was like, and it's like all five, six, eight comedians were doing the same thing. Hey, so where you from? Where you guys go? Where you meeting? What do you guys do? Oh my god. Dude, it's that's not what comedy is. Richard Pryor, you never, the big, like, it's just, I'm in art because people are eating it. Yes, audience like it, yes, but it's just chaos, dude. I do crowd work. I stay away from it because, before the host was the only one that actually can really get into crowd work because he's the host. He's the one kind of making the vibe, making, the vibe comedy and making sure that he gets, he's getting everybody in the mood, everybody's comfortable. And as a host, yes, you do a little bit of crowd work because you are a host. You're a host. So that's your job, is to start the show, be professional. If you have some messages from the club of the promoter, you try to get those away. Tell people, the rules of the thing: quiet, no phone, no video, stuff like that. That you can then do crowd work, and then kind of close it with, two or three jokes, and then boom, 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 get the show rolling. That's what, good host, is creating the vibe. You're not there to hell, and you're not there to feature. You're there to do a job, which is warming up the crowd, getting them ready, getting them loose, that's kind of a host. Yeah, you could throw one or two. Yeah, but it's not just not your time to shine. You're a host. You're an MC. You're trying to get people in the mood, and then it's just the same thing. It's an integration. What's your name? Where you guys go? And what did you guys meet? Oh my god! And it's just getting. I think your talent is getting lost in that. Again, this is my opinion. I've talked to a couple of guys, all the comedians. I'm not gonna mention any names, but they kind of feel somehow the same way. They do, because it's just, every comedian is just doing the same thing. Crowd work, crowd work. There's shows now, crowd work shows, which is, that's just, I mean, all you got to do, you want to do crowd work, all you got to do is you ask the question, you listen. In your head, as a comedian, your head is going 1,000 miles. You have 3,000 thoughts going, and you're trying to match, and you're trying to see what kind of be working towards, who you're talking to, and trying to match, but I mean, where does it stop? And then promote, clubs or people that do shows, they kind of, it's just, I think, my opinion, just getting out of whack. I think talent is getting, the guys that really take their time to write, prepare a set, I write all the time. I got notebooks everywhere because I write. It's what I do, That's one notebook. This is another notebook that I take with me. So I write. I write a lot. But this crowd work, I think, is just getting out of hand. I think so. This is my opinion, This is my opinion. And then you got, promoters that want to be comedians, you know? Listen, you're a promoter, stay promoting. But a lot of these promoters are getting stage time because they're promoting. And yes, the bottom line is money. Okay, Papa. The bottom line is money. Don't you think that is this good? Bottom line is money. Who can fill up my fucking my room and get this money? That's just what it is. Don't get it twisted, Papa. But then you guys promote that they're not funny, dude. They're just not funny, and they're taking people all the stage time. And listen, you can work hard all you want. You can work hard and you could practice and you could practice. If you don't have the talent, Papi, you don't have it. You don't have it. You could work all you want and be hardest work, the first one to come in and the second one to leave. Whatever, however you want to look at it, Papa. And you can work hard as fuck and you can write what you want. But if you don't have the talent, you're never gonna have it. Period. You could work hard all you want. And yes, there's some people that work hard for certain things. Athletes and whatever it is. But dudes, just stop. Do your promoting, tate tranquilo, stay behind the thing, let other people do what they do, which is comedy. I've been doing, look, a lot of people don't like me. A lot of them people, and that's okay. Take a number, sit down, and I'll call you when I'm ready for you. Tranquilo, I got no problem. But I've been doing this since 97. 97. A lot of you guys were on your daddy's sack. You know what I'm saying? While your mama was, twerking, not twerking, booty shaking. Because that's what it was called before, booty shaking. Before twerking, before anything, it was booty shaking. You know what? So I started in 97, and I've been through all of it. I've seen it all. I seen guys on open mics cry in the stage, never seen them again. I seen people stealing people so they choke in front of. I seen people wait for the guy to walk off the stage because he was stealing his material and almost beat his ass. Yes, I have, name it, I have experienced it all. I have done a show for 3 people back in the day. So I've done it all. I've seen it all. And the comedy state right now is just a little, it's not, I don't like it because, crowd work, I could do crowd work in my stance, dude. But anyways, this is gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna be putting some videos up and stuff like that. I got some sketches coming up. I got some good stuff coming in. So just stay tuned. I'll be putting my 2 cents out there, even though people don't say why you doing it. I said because I can. It's just it. I can't put it up. People want to see it. People see it. People don't want to see it. That's fine with me. I'm okay. I'm just using this as just to let people know that don't get it twisted. Crowd work is really not comedy. It's just crowd work. Yeah, you're making fun, but it's not, you're not writing a joke or you're not writing a set or you're not, when you write a set, you want a set to flow in a way that it looks so natural as you just made it up right there. Isn't that what you want as a comedian? You want your set to flow unless you're working out stuff. Then you could go from A to Z, C to L, whatever, however you want to go. But when you're doing, at least my opinion, when you're doing a set, comedians, when you're doing a show, you want your set to flow in a way that it just seems like it was just made up at the time. And all of this time you have been working on that set for maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks, a week, whatever it might take you to write the set. But you want it to flow flawless. So you don't have, if you start with something that connects to something else, that connects, it's just onto bam. Again, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I've been doing this. People say, "Oh my God, you've been doing it since '97." Since '97, I've been doing this, and Headliner, feature, open, MC, dishwashing, valet parking, you name it, I've done it all. And I also got, a lot of people don't like Mope, got blackballed because of something, So this is gonna be a little thing here that I'm gonna be opening up a lot about the comedy world, the comedy circuit journey, whatever how you want to call it. But these are gonna be my 2 cents. So either way, if you like it, you know what to do. Subscribe. If you don't like it, you know what to do. You stay in my prayers. But anyways, I wanted to let that go. I mean, people asked me the other day, what are your top Miami comedians here? Like top, top, top. And when you say top, there's a lot of good comedians coming out of Miami, especially from the old days. So you know, Joe Garcia was, started at one point in the Miami Improv. You know, Benji Brown, Racer, Kyle, Forrest, Leva, Chinito, John, Cadillac Man, anyways, there's been so many. They have moved to, either LA, New York, they've left, but they started their bones here, they started their bones. Uh Top five, my top five from Miami. Ah man, if this is not in any um 1 to 5, but even Kyle's from New Jersey, pero no te creas, Negrito, he's from the MIA, Kyle, Ricky, Neri, uh, that's still working here in Miami, Another point that I'm going to be touching too is nationalities. Yes, nationalities. Yeah, like people, Puerto Rican, Cuban. Like, if you're born in the United States, okay, born, but you have parents either Cubans or Puerto Ricans or Colombians, what does that make you? Because so Puerto Ricans, they don't have a thing, but the New Yorkers versus the Boricuas, Puerto Ricanos, or anybody. For me, again, I was born in the island. I was born in Ponce. It's a difference. It's a big difference. Because the New York, people that are born in New York from Puerto Rican descent, they're Puerto Rican by default, yeah, because their parents are, but they're born in New York from Puerto Rican parents. So they're American Puerto Ricans. Would I say so? I was born in the island. I'm pure Puerto Rican. Like, yo tengo la mancha de plátano. I got my coquí. My heartbeat sounds like a coquí. Coquí, coquí, coquí. That's my heartbeat. So that's another thing I'm going to be touching. Not now, but just letting you know what kind of flavor I'm bringing here, And again, facts versus non-facts, So I'll be touching different kind of subjects. Again, this is my approach, my experiences, my what I think, my opinion that I've gathered through the years and my experiences. So either way, this is a little flavor here. Plus, I'll bring you some funny stuff también. No te creas. I'll bring you some funny stuff también. I got the cooking with mommy coming up now. We're gonna make some stuff coming out. So there's a couple of things rolling around here. So just stay tuned, stay collective, and stay with God in your side. All right. But this is Javi, the comedian. I'll be right with you. Um, just checking. You know what I mean? You never know what's gonna happen around. Anyways, stay tuned, my friends.